Hello, I'm your host Yartomlu, and it is time for a DLC news roundup. First up this week, Capcom confirmed that Falk, the next DLC character for Streetfighter V Arcade Edition, will be available from April the 24th. Falk will be available for $6 or for 100,000 fight money. The international pricing hadn't been confirmed at the time of this video, but we know that Falk is included in the Season 3 Character Pass, which also grants you access to Sakura and Blanca, who are already available, as well as Cody, G, and Sagat, all characters coming in the near future. So what do we know about Falk? She's a brand new character to the series, but she uses a psycho power similar to M. Bison, and she was built to be an alternative clone to Bison. She was heavily experimented on by Shadaloo and forced to train day in and day out to achieve perfection. Falk has a unique ability to infuse psycho power into objects and release it through them, mainly through her staff, which she's named Harmony. Years of harsh training went by, causing Falk to spiral deep into despair, wishing for it all to end. But finally, Ed came to her rescue and they both were able to escape Shadaloo. Now the two have a sibling-like bond and are searching for others like them in need of help. Falk's fighting style is reliant heavily on the staff and the Shadaloo psycho power, but she does have some good defensive abilities as well. She also has a prone move called Psycho Cannonin, which can be used to evade incoming projectiles. Like Ed, some of Falk's special moves only require either 2 punch or 2 kick buttons with no special inputs required. She has a version of an uppercut, she presses 2 kicks to a catapult which sees her pole vault towards her opponent in a kick motion, and her V skill is Psycho Tromb, and during it she spins a staff in front of her. Meanwhile her V trigger is Staircan, and that powers up her ability to infuse and release psycho power from her staff and allow her to use additional versions of her special moves without needing to charge up in advance. And V-Trigger 2 is known as Psycho Angriff, which lets her twirl around hitting the opponent in the air, which she then follows up with a surge of psycho power. Finally, her critical art is Psycho Flugel, and it will actually launch enemies into the air upon hitting and knocking them about with her staff. So we can expect to play with Falk next week on April the 24th. Next up is Assassin's Creed Origins, and it's going to get a free DLC on PC only called the Animus Control Panel. This will enable you to mod the game within the context of the universe. So for instance, you can breathe underwater or battle alongside an army of hippos. It lets you play God, allowing you to drop things in and out of the game as you choose. You can also have visual changes, there's gameplay changes, there's all kinds of things to do in this DLC. It's a free update, available to download if you have Assassin's Creed Origins on PC, or mod support, well worth checking out. A new creature is being added to the Monster Hunter World universe as the Elder Dragon Kulve Taroth joins the party. Kulve Taroth's battle is part of the game's new Siege quests, where players have to split into separate hunting parties of up to a total of 4 from the same gathering hub to investigate and repel the beast. That actually enables you to have up to 16 people participating in the same quest. This event is only for a limited time, but you do get some new gear as well for both male and female hunters, as well as the Palico getting some feathery getup. The primary goal of the siege is to repel Kulve Taroth, but its shimmering golden mantle happens to be a collection of shiny weapon relics it has gathered along its journey through the new world. But the nature and the quality of the weapons are entirely up to fate. Sounds like another good reason to dive back into Monster Hunter World. That update is available now. NIS America have also confirmed that Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana for Nintendo Switch will have free DLC, which is not available on any other platform. Among that is going to be some silver armor for Adol, which is a throwback to the outfit that he wore in the very first Ys game. There will be more content announced as well, but we do know that Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana is going to launch on Nintendo Switch in North America on June the 26th. Next up, Songbringer, a massive Zelda-like RPG, is getting a free content update next week. Consoles receive it on April the 24th, with PC owners getting it later on April the 27th. There will be a major content update for the game which improves a lot of the features, as well as some new content for players to sink their teeth into. The new content being The Trial of Ren, which has its own storyline, but players will be able to get some new DLC items as well, including EL Snare, which is an equipable ring, a flamethrower, which is a craftable weapon, and some lightning boots, which is some craftable footwear upgrade. And the DLC doesn't just bring new items to the game, there's a shirt which is delivered from the heavens to those that die a lot. Equipping it will reduce damage, ferret drones will mark any undiscovered items on your map, and courage skeletons sometimes help can come from a past life. As for the Trial of Ren, it is a free download update for any Songbringer player and will be available to download alongside the latest game update. Lead Rock on an additional quest to track down Ren, who is a former Songbringer crewmate. You need to discover Ren's whereabouts and complete his combat trial to reach his spiritual ascension and develop new meditation powers. In Ren's constantly shifting dungeon, you'll fight your way through waves of remixed enemies and monsters from across X-Zero's dungeon and overworld. Songbringer is already available to download right now. A new Dynasty Warriors 9 DLC will allow you to customize hideaways, and it's out now, say Koei Tecmo. This is the first of the 3 Dynasty Warrior 9 paid DLC packs which are available as part of the Season Pass. And it adds customization features for hideaway houses, 5 new ordeal missions that can be accessed by speaking with certain NPCs in the open world map, and the added exterior models include Janning's style hideaway, which is an exterior model that captures the essence of Janning, a camp style hideaway, palace style hideaway, on the water hideaway, and high rise style hideaway. There are also 10 furniture models, including table and chairs, candlesticks, blacksmith shelves, cook shelves, fish preserve, flower pots, and much more. The remaining 2 DLC packs are planned to be released in the coming months. Are going to add new weapon types and turn the current unique NPCs, they being Zhao Huji, Dongbei, Huaizhong, and Yan Chu, into playable characters. And even the Japanese store has had some exclusive DLC which unlocks a new costume for Zhao Qiao. Warhorse Studios have announced that Treasures of the Past is now available for everyone in the Steam store. Previously, this content will only be accessible to you if you previously purchased the game. You can now buy Treasures of the Past for $4.99, and it includes treasure maps of the lords banished by King Sigismund of Hungary, leading to the hidden treasures of those patriots, bandits, and schemers. There's also the mythical armor of the Warhorse tribe. Shrouded in mystery, it is said that the original wearer purged all dragons from the kingdom of Bohemia. This DLC was previously given as an incentive to early backers during the game's infancy. Kingdom Come Deliverance is now available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. On Expansive, during our April DLC roundup, we talked about a FIFA 18 World Cup edition. Well, a new leak has suggested that the World Cup 2018 mode to FIFA 18 might be coming as DLC, and it'll be coming sooner rather than later. Data miners discovered that a free FIFA World Cup pack has been hidden within a bunch of code when you look for other FUT packs, and this suggests that the World Cup 2018 edition is going to be DLC for FIFA 18, not a standalone release as has been seen in the past. FIFA's Spanish commentator has already confirmed that he's been working on some lines for a FIFA 18 World Cup edition, and this just adds further fuel to the fire that we're going to see that DLC sooner rather than later. With the World Cup fast approaching, they haven't got much longer before they have to give it to us anyway. Expect more news on this very soon. Dark Souls-esque The Surge from developer Deck 13 released back in 2017, but has just had some new DLC launched free for everyone called the Cutting Edge Pack. This gives players 3 new sets of armor, weapons, and jumpsuits. The new jumpsuits include the Angel, which is a devastating suit for use in deep space, particularly in harsh conditions. There's the Asclepius, which is designed to assist army veterans, and the Nanowar, which adds explosive blast to well-timed blocks. Meanwhile, the new weapons include the Experiment 44H, which is also known as the Dark Star, the Anger Heart, which is a powerful weapon and a threat to both enemies and the person that handles it, and the Bio NJ-1, which is designed as a medical tool but can actually be used to dismember enemies with ease. Sounds a little bit like that Dead Space game. In order to unlock these new items, you'll need to face 6 new enemies within the Abandoned Production, Executive Forum, and the Nucleus. This DLC is freely available for everyone, and the Surge can be purchased on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Thanks very much for tuning in. Don't forget to keep your eyes peeled for the next DLC news roundup. If you like the format, if you dislike the format, let us know in the comment section below. If you've got any tips that you think we should be aware of, also fire those down below, or get in touch at expansive@expansivedlc.com, and we'll see you for the next one.